Good morning. So I hope you see my screen. It's a PUSD. I'm looking at a possible scenario where this pair could continue upwards. So add an indicator first of all to at least explain what I say. Is this we have a line here first. And this is a good support, supportive trend. Price used it as support, then continued up, it came back as support, and then continued up and even went beyond this level. Another line top, which is this. So technically we expect price to proceed upwards based on the pin bar which was there, like this was the hour. Expect price to proceed to the upper side as long as we have price above 1.988. Expect price to proceed up to this level 1.1425. So maybe just a retracement back to the same point before we pick a buy to the top. As it is, this is still a buy in my opinion. Still need buy positions and expect those buy to be pushing price up to the next level. So based on an indicator, we have this. It's actually an active trend. See, there's an active trend from this point. There's a good buy. You are supposed to look for a buy immediately. When this happened, you're supposed to have bought at that point. So remain bullish on this one. Just hold on to that buy and expect that buy to push price up to around 1.1425, 1.214. So we move forward. The next symbol is DJPY. DJPY, this is what's happening. There's some slight consolidation. There's no clear trend, as you can see. Even if I was to increase the period of this indicator, there is still no clear trend. Then you can see we are flat. What this means is there's no clear trend, and therefore whatever is happening now is not an indicator of price proceeding to the upper side. It means we are somehow still consolidating in within a range, and this is that range. We have this, and then we also have this on top. So these are the only two places. This is the highest high which you saw some few days ago. This was yesterday, the highest high, and then and this is the lowest low which you saw some the August. These are the only two levels. As long as you have price consolidating in between this range, actually keep looking for a sell on top and then wait and buy from the bottom. Sell from the top and buy from the bottom. So we move forward to our next symbol, and this one, there's this. I can see like price has entered into a range. Some shape which is being. This could be a very good place to sell from. As long as you have price consolidating in this range, actually look for a sell from the buy from the bottom, or you can wait and buy from this point, or wait and sell from the top. It's this one. So we move forward to Euro USD. This Euro USD has been bearish. As you can see, the price continues down from yesterday. You've actually been looking at a sell. Just a good sell. If you took a sell from this point here, price went perfectly to the lower side. As it is, we are still into that sell. The sell is still proceeding to the lower side. There is no green which is formed. This was around 3 in the afternoon. So price keeps making lower lows. You're proceeding downwards, and if you didn't sell it based on whatever I'm saying, you still have the chance to sell it, but only if price can retrace back up to this level. This one, price can come back to this support here, then this will be a very good place to look for a sell from. We technically just want price to retrace back. Let price come back up to this level there, then you pick a sell. You expect that sell to proceed massively to the lower side. So just a retracement, then you pick a sell and you expect that sell to continue downwards up to this point. have your pending sell limit, stop loss, and then the take profit needs to be at around 1.1026. So we'll move forward. We'll move to the next chart, that is SP500. So far, SP500 has been doing perfectly, as we keep saying, but the overall trend is still upward, so we should not forget that the trend is still active upside. If you check this chart from the weekly, you actually see what I'm saying, that the trend is still upwards. And if I was to increase the period of this indicator, see that we're still somehow upwards here. This point here, the price has been bullish. This is a good buy. So if you look at this chart with me at the moment, just know that the overall trend is still bullish, despite the pin bar which you saw, which is this, it still continues upwards. We have a bullish pin bar, and what it means is that the price is continuing upward. So you need to look for, keep looking for buy positions, keep buy orders. We have a level here, support, where price may likely come back up to support. We also have this as support. If price can come back up to around 2741.6, then this will be a very good place to look for a buy from. So irrespective of the fact that this was a pin bar for upwards, you may still see some move to the lower side, but that should not push price up to this level. Should push price up to this support before you can proceed to the upper side. So if you look at this chart from the daily, there's something else. There were some slight consolidations, yeah, in between. There's a range which is currently forming, this one, but we don't expect price to remain for a long time in that range. Let it proceed, and in case it breaks above, we continue upwards. If it breaks below, we proceed to the lower side. So basically that's what you're waiting for, price to either break above or for it to break below, so that you can buy it if it breaks above, or you can sell it if it breaks below. On the Forex, there was an active trend, and I'm going to restore the settings for this. Yeah. How Forex looks. So what Forex means is you're supposed to have sold it here, and you're supposed to have bought it there. As it is at the moment, this is now a buy, and expect that buy to push us up to this resistance, which is this. So one thing which I keep mentioning is that if you look at SP500, also need to look at USDJPY. Both of them appear to be moving in the same direction. They are somewhat correlated. If you see a buy on USDJPY, be sure to look for the same buy on SP500. The two are in the same direction. So if you look at this, let's just assume I'm having this as a resistance, this level here, 29 at 9.2. If I was to drag USDJPY on the same chart, you'll see exactly what I'm saying. We have a similar level, which is this, the similar level, of very good resistance. So if you are buying it, if you bought it on SP500, be sure to look for the same buy here, and both of them, price needs to go up to this resistance. So when price is at this resistance where you're looking for a sell, flip immediately on SP500 and look for the same sell. It's this. So look for a buy, correct? Then that buy, at the same time you may buy on SP5 on USDJPY. So we'll move forward. I'll move to the next step, which is Brent oil. So it's Brent. This is now bullish at the moment. As we're speaking now, you need to look for a buy. We have this. You should pick a buy immediately. This candle here, the current 4-hour candle, which is this, is actually a buy candle. Ought to have bought it immediately when it was starting. 1 hour, same thing. We started being bullish yesterday. Is this. This is bullish, a sign that you are proceeding to the upper side. So if you bought it yesterday, hold on to that buy position. And on this one, I don't want to add much because we are basically just upwards. It's a very good support at this level. Another one. So you can see we had a resistance. There's a break above, a support, support, a support, a support. It's supposed to be a good place to buy from. We didn't buy it here yesterday. Basically, I'm supposed to wait for price to come back to the same place. Wait for price to retrace back up to that level. Then you pick a buy from that point to the top. So that should be it. Just wait for price to get back to that level. Wait for price to retrace back. Pick a buy from that point up to the very top. So a retracement, pick a buy, expect that buy to take us up to this resistance here. Our last symbol, and that should be gold. So far gold has been some few days now, we've seen price proceed massively to the upper side. So except for this day that there was this move to the lower side, still bullish. We still expect price to proceed upwards. Have this, also have this one here. I'll mark it as a zone. So this is a good, if price can come back to this level here, we basically are going to look for a very good buy. If price can retrace back up to this point, buy it that level to the top. So we're just waiting for price to come back. Let price trace back down up to the level which I've drawn. I'll be able to take a buy from that point up to the level which I've mentioned at the top, around 1534.10. So that should be the end of this market. We should meet Monday at the same time. Sorry. So if you have any questions, just feel free, post them here. I'll be able to respond as fast as I see them. And I want to mention that we did a very good webinar on inside bars. If you want to learn exactly how to trade inside bars, then be sure to check this link. It's a very good video inside bars. If you don't exactly how to do inside bar trading, these are our whole strategy to it, which I want to put here. Just a second. Just a second. Let me just grab that video from some place here, then I send it. This is the video. So it talks, this is purely inside bars. If you want to learn how to trade inside bars properly, kindly be sure to check this link. It's inside bars only. Thank you very much. See you again on the same time.